By the way, they win competitions with solar cars year after year. And so this is an exploration that is not new. It is something that we need to move on, perhaps bridging the University of Michigan's program with Kettering University's program, fuel cells, so solar and fuel. We can also look at wind. We can also look at other biofuels such as EA40 or corn subsidy or ethanol. But again, that could have an effect on the prices of food because the more usage of it will drive up other prices in food. So we must be aware of that but it is a necessary evil, if you will, to begin to look at some alternatives so that we can wean ourselves from the dependence on oil. Another area that we certainly should be looking at is health care machinery or the production of it. Now, right on Hamilton Avenue, we have a manufacturer by the name of QS 9000. It's one of the new or state-of-the-art facilities. If we look at facilities like that, we could either retool or retrofit them to begin to produce healthcare machinery. Well, that certainly would be CAT scans and machines and other x-ray machines that could be used right here at McLaren, Hurley, Genesis, Flint Osteopathic. I mean, we're talking about millions of dollars. This is a knowledge-based economy, and we must move in that direction. We can't continue to depend on the automotive industry to bail us out. And for the last 15 years, 20 years, and for example, I'll give you 1985, General Motors said they were going to move, and the last General Motors executive left, and he didn't even turn the light out. And Flint, the politicians then, were so dependent on General Motors and the big three and the automotive industry that they didn't adapt, never changed. And so the consequences is that we're affected right now because of bad leadership. And this is why we can't go back with the past and select individuals who continue to show us what they've done in the past, they will continue to do in the future. This is a new economy. And so if we're going to move forward, besides moving from fuel cell, solar, bio-wind, biofuels, and wind, we ought to look at healthcare machinery. Now, moving a little further, we can look at a farmer's market, another one that will strictly focus on production and distribution of water. We're sitting on bodies of water. There's a small investment will allow us to purify water and sell to the world. You know, the one like we have before us, the bottled water. We can sell our own water. And a farmer's market that allow us to produce purified water, distilled water, and bottle it ourselves. There's other markets that we can begin to produce in. Now, to say the least, we have to begin to trade within the community, because the community, and when I say the community, Genesee County, but more or less, we need to specifically focus on the 34th district. We can have businesses that will grow with just trading with one another. A sewer, someone who may be a technician, a carpenter, a plumber. And we can build these skills by simply merging with the churches and identifying master carpenters, master builders, master skilled trades. And these individuals can then choose Monday, Tuesday, or through the week what day they will offer these skills and their services. And we bridge them with our youth. And as a part of that, they will begin to learn skills. So you see, if we teach them how to fish, we don't worry about them eating just that fish for a day. So,
well, just for lack of time, I just want to get a few
Sure.
more questions in. Let's take a couple steps back. We need to know what the state representative does. What is your position once you're elected? What do you do in that office?
well, it's part of making laws, legislating, and that's looking at areas like zoning laws. That's another area that we need to look at. Fast track zoning authority. That will allow us to get business in here within 60 to 90 days rather than 6 to 9 months. And so these are some of the laws. The other laws would be looking at the Michigan child support law. When we think about the child support law, and I see some individuals who are suffering from this, and that is if they can't find work, then they are penalized by, they're hit with a felony. How can you turn a civil fraction into a criminal matter? And you have individuals who are struggling to find work, who are maybe at the Career Alliance, and they're in these programs doing what they're supposed to do to find employment. They're knocking on business doors and they can't find employment, and the friend of the court hits them with a felony. That's disastrous.
All right. Well, let's take a quick shift from that legislation. Crime and education. Mm-hmm. What are you going to do from that seat to help the city of Flint?
Well, it's the most important part is bringing dollars back to Flint. And as a candidate for the 34th district and soon to be state representative, and I'm excited about it. I believe it is necessary that we upgrade technology. That means bridging our services with other agencies such as Genesee County, creating a state-of-the-art 911 center that we can track crime. We can utilize services such as the Geographical Information System. And what this does is that it provides us an opportunity to use satellite to see shell casings. We can also look at areas such as rogue gun running. There's individuals who are federal gun license dealers who are running through the I-75 corridor, dropping off guns, and they're getting tapped on the hand, such as the individual that was caught in the truck. And all he received was a warning. And these are issues that we need to address in our neighborhoods, because we need to stop the guns from coming in here.
And I do apologize, Mr. Dixon. We have run out of time. Okay. How do we get in contact with you? You want to volunteer? We think you're the right person for the office. Could you give us some contact information?
Absolutely. You can contact me 810-250-3176. That's 250-3176. And I'll be happy to speak with you about issues. In fact, I'll be certain to call you back, because I'll be looking for volunteers as we approach the August 5th primaries.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for being in the studio today. Another edition of Meet the Candidates. Thanks so much for tuning in. Mondays at 9:30, Thursdays at 11 o'clock. Again, I am your host, Kesha Hoey, empowering the community with information. Have a good night.